A brutal drafting phase by RRQ for Aura Fire. A small window of opportunity and timing for Aura Fire if they want to take this back into their hands. Both teams sitting at a 1-1 here. As we take a look at the index.
The big thing you have to look at is the damage potential. I think RRQ has Aura beat by quite a bit. And keep in mind, that's with a very tanky, sustainable hero. That will be the main issue right here. We'll see if Aura has a solve cooked up.
Without further ado, this is it. Go big or go home. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game of this best of 3 series between Aura and RRQ Hoshi. Will Aura Fire be able to bring this back, or can RRQ go 2-1 and win this series?
It's going to be very close for sure. It's a battle of playstyles now. For Aura, early game to mid. For RRQ, they can actually hold their own in the early game, but it actually is going to be mid to late for the Claude.
It's like a good mix of both the early game, strong sustain, strong clear, and having good late game insurance in that marksman like it's supposed to. Well, for now though, it's still going to be boots in the items, but when it comes to the emblems, Yaoi's going for the Brave Smite, so he's trying to be a bit more sustainable. I think he's expecting fully to be the first man into the fray, trying to sustain through it and still be the main team setter for big team fights. So he has a lot on his shoulders, a lot to deliver, man.
But with Irad on the Baxia, with the Angela and the Valentina, look how fast that they're rotating. They were able to clear, give a lot of damage onto the opponents, and now they're going to be able to put some pressure here in the bottom lane as Irad will be able to get that away as well.
Whew. Okay, it's a bit slow for both teams, but later on, this is where the Novaria won't be happy. Oh, whoa, Yaoi.
Stunned up there, Yaoi very low. Claude's going for the kill. One more shot, and it's Brusco who picks up first blood early on in the bottom lane. This is the gold lane, folks. This is the lane that Aura desperately need to be ahead.
But luckily for Aura, that wasn't a kill for Skylar, right? He does have an assist to his name, but at least it wasn't given to Skylar.
Right, Skylar on the snowballing is definitely a big plus, but Brusco getting gold, it means anyone that gets a hard guard is going to be that much tankier. But hey, Aura instantly respawn.
Shield Unity cancelled out, he walks up, Gugun. Detonus Welcome munching on Irad now, spinning him out onto the wall, pinning him down, and that should be, yes, a kill to Gugun. Last Insanity to the back. Octa actually already stole the final slash, now going back. Final slash from Yaoi also to bring Octa back right into the Astral Sphere as Yaoi jumps in with a vengeance again. To force out another vengeance. That's a, you know, a little bit of a tongue twister. Vengeance from Arlet, and there's also a vengeance from Don.
All the vengeances, that is not how RRQ wanted that to play out. Aura did such a great job pressuring RRQ with time to go and rush into the turtle without preparation. Astral Sphere steals away the gold buff as well, I believe. Man, Brusco is going full utility here. Inspire for the lack of cooldown, and the Bargain Hunter, he's just trying to get to those items as much as possible and facilitate the early game rush. I was about to say earlier, before I got interrupted by the action, that even though they have a Novaria that can slow, they can scout, if they're coming at you at 100 miles per hour, they're still going to catch you. So that is the benefit that this RRQ lineup has against this Novaria pick. We have to see if that is enough to really take it out of the equation though.
They're definitely banking on the pure damage coming in from Yehezkiel with the Rupture as well as the Weapon Master. And they're also banking on his positioning. Just they're hoping that Yehezkiel can stay alive long enough in these team fights to dish out the damage like he did in game number 1. But against somebody like the Baxia, who's able to dive in, like Octa as well, it might be a little bit difficult. We'll see how this goes.
You have to check out as well the fact that Kabuki has the Wilderness Blessing. He was planning on being very active, moving around, but RRQ grouping together in the river near his lane. That alone is not allowing him to try and make any moves that are too fancy. He's just trying to play it safe and ensure that he doesn't fall too far behind, because we've seen what happens to Aura when Kabuki, the tip of the spear, doesn't really get to sharpen his tools.
So now the tools for Gugun is set, right? He's already level 7, meanwhile Irad's still at level 6. He has a little bit of an advantage here, but Gugun gonna go in. Actually, no.
Holy
Dawn
damage.
goes.
Dawn's melting. Gugun. Vengeance popped by Dawn. He's still going to be running. Gugun down 1 HP in the back. Still able to survive. Octa with a flicker. Basic attack 2 times. Finds it. Yaoi gets out, but Octa finds the kill. Now it's a Ron caught. Flickers out to safety. That should be RRQ with a free turtle. Brusco walking up. Kabuki's still there now with a basic attack on the Brusco, but Octa doing the damage. Oh, forcing a flicker. 1 basic attack to take him down, but they've done enough damage for Skylar now to pick up the full turret gold and a free turtle. The gold leads back to RRQ.
Beautiful, beautiful control, and they're going to be able to get a turret as well down in the bottom side in the hands of Skylar, just munching on down those turrets. And you can even already feel how wealthy he has been getting in the past few minutes of the game.
He was able to get no kills actually in that whole situation, but he was able to get almost the full turret gold and the turret itself. So I think he's doing very well for himself. And here's a fun fact. In MPL ID Season 12, Skylar's Cloud has been banned a total of 31 times, even from week 2 to 5. Cloud from Skylar is consistently banned in every match and game because it's just that respected by the opponents, anyone going up against RRQ. So Aura is literally playing with fire.
Even on the international scene, it's respected. I think I remember back in MSC, was it MSC?
Yeah. What was MSC? The Claude and the Beatrix, if you remember.
Yep.
MSC was actually always taken by Herman. The Beatrix.
Ew. Talking about Beatrix. That reminds me of Kabuki,
Yeah.
Right.
but it's no longer meta.
The Wesker Kabuki was pretty scary, man. You walk in a bush and you get gunned down by the Wesker.
So now with Skylar on, obviously, as everyone knows, his comfort hero, you can already see the stark difference in gold as well. I think he's had 1k gold already.
More or less.
Kabuki.
It's more or less about a 1k gold difference, but Brusco also, with all the assists he's picking up, is snowballing significantly. If he gets the fleeting time, by the way, that means that that hard guard that can be used so effectively, like we saw earlier, onto Dawn or onto Irad, it's going to be spammable for RRQ to just go to town and get fights even before the neutral objectives have been up to get more momentum.
And that's not great, because Aura Fire doesn't have enough consistent damage, in my opinion, right? I think he has skills more burst. We have Kabuki that's a little bit more burst as well. There's not that consistent damage that we can get from, let's say, a carry, but look at this.
Oh, he ran! The drive-by with a shield unity. Death is welcome, but Dawn just pops into Vengeance, able to survive, and now the last Insanity is popped. Aura are trying desperately to look for a trade because it's so bad for them. A torn apart memory to get a trade, but it's only onto the utility jungler. Tier 1 up top, Skylar got it, orange buff. Skylar's about to get it, and the turtle, it was a drive-by by Irad.
They see him rolling, they hate him, and Skylar has been farming hard. I want to see the goal difference now, because that one sequence alone, he's been power farming with 2 turrets under his belt. Aura, for sure, is trying to make something happen, but they're leaving a lot of pressure away from Skylar, which is usually the approach that a lot of teams need to shut down RRQ. Now it's a definitive 1k gold lead for Skylar in the gold lane, and he's still building towards a golden staff. Not there just yet, but he is rapidly making progress.
So Echo, Skylar and Octa, no initiation.
This is brutal. Wait, okay, we were talking about a time frame that Aura Fire is on. Has that time frame gone out the window 8 minutes in? Or is there still hope for Aura Fire?
I feel like if RRQ makes mistakes, there is definitely still hope, but I feel like if you get to minute 13 and then you're still completely controlled, you don't have control over the map and all that, I feel like that's just you waiting for RRQ to make a mistake, and as we spoke about it, that's going to be an 8.5 minute golden staff 3 item power spike for Skylar. Now he's going to do the big damage, and he might just start following his team around for the big fights, and Aura has no way of stopping full speed RRQ engage.
So what do they do?
That's the Troy, they sit down and
Wow. Is it that bleak?
Sounds so bleak.
I mean,
There's got to be a different way, right?
they're gonna get outscaled here. The Novaria, I guess right now they have to bank on Novaria. If it gets to mid game is still okay. Like for Aura, it's still honestly okay. Oh! Just as we say, Skylar That Blazing duet with the Heart Guard. Say goodbye to the tier 2. But Aura are committing to the Lord. They know that there's no Skylar, no Brusco. This might actually be a good one, but they're taking it so slow. Dawn is walking up. Kabuki with a smooch. Dawn getting Chung low, has the vengeance, and it is going to be Gugun who secures it. They need to run away now. They find a kill onto Dawn. There you go. That's the commitment. RRQ are not able to find any more trades when it comes to kills, but they might be able to take this turret down. Aura stops it from happening.
He defended. They knew that Skylar also already used that Blazing Duet, so it wasn't a key that they could have used against Aura Fire in that team fight. But here it is, Skylar. Look at the damage.
Raga armor, more like no armor.
Raga cardboard. Like, what was that?
And look at this, look at the Lord. It's gonna barely touch the tier 1. Blazing Duet, Skylar! Oh my god, what a burst down from Skylar on this Claude. Octa with a Terrify and the final slash, Yaoi. Caught all alone, the shield unity locks him down, and Skylar just takes him out. Again, Aran walks up, Gugun going to be next on the chopping block. Skylar with a BMI, Kabuki with a few shots, Dawn very low right now, but he jumps in again onto Kabuki with a yo-yo. It's a good trade, and Skylar's the one with the double kill.
No way, is this endable?
It might be, Yehezkiel's the only one up right now, and RRQ can constantly just dive.
Rush tanking.
Turret passive still there, they can actually clear it out now. Astral Echo used up once here. Holy moly, a base turret in the 10th minute. Not for a Brody, for its opponent, for the Claude.
In the drafts, we were like, all right, the Angela Baxia combination. But as soon as Skylar got that first spike, it's a Claude Angela combination that should have been a lot more feared now that we're entering this mid-game. And the damage was definitely there. It was a ticking time bomb as to when he used that Blazing Duet in the top side and when he was able to pull that trigger in the mid to completely turn things around for RRQ.
I mean, them getting the turtle, it was just a big plus. They were sacrificing so much early game prio, so much objective control just to get Skylar all the gold, all the resources. He is level 14, my guy. He is the highest level in the game right now, and he's rapidly approaching level 15. This is where RRQ, though, is at their strongest, right? When Skylar has reached his peak before everyone else. Once he goes there, it's a dead end. He's at the tip of its potential. So in a way, Aura can wait it out, but RRQ are not letting that happen.
I mean, real-time victory rate, 64%.
Man, hit it one more time.
No.
Come on. The minion.
Yeah, the minion's gonna hit.
Look at this.
It's okay,
Look at this.
it's okay.
Boom!
Oh no, we didn't
No,
get to see the
what?
small minion hit it. Oh.
That is so unjust.
I'm sorry.
That is also a almost a 2,500 gold lead for Skylar. He has a Wind Talker 2 right now. Even without the Blazing Duet, he is shredding anyone down. And to make things worse, like we mentioned, there's no one on the side of Aura with any meaningful crowd.
On top. What? Wind of Nature what?
Level 15 as well. This is the icing on the cake, man. Aura knows this. They have to respect it.
Oh man, Skylar, he's that confident. He's like, dude, who can burst me? No one. I don't need to win a nature, man.
There's a Angela in there as well, so you know, there's some reason for his confidence.
Free Lord, and they even give it to Skylar, padding those stats.
You blink and you miss it.
Well, now Aura are trying desperately to hang on. It's
What?
only a 5k gold lead. But
Hey, yo. 11,642 gold by UBS Gold.
he's been making investments.
Welcome to the rice field, boys. It's Skylar the farmer.
Look at the waves, though. Oh,
That's a very early flicker used by Yehezkiel as well.
Okay. Skylar's walking up right now, places the BMI, baits out the final slash.
Wow.
No final slash from Yaoi. Enhanced Lord in the mid lane now, as that's another wave crashing down in the bottom lane. Skylar should be able to deal with this turret. Kabuki's clearing it. Good job, but Detona's welcome. In the mid lane onto Octa. Oh, last insanity defensively. Toward our memory. Oh my goodness, Octa!
Oh.
Picked off Irada's 1 HP. Or a defend.
They did it. Octa's gone.
that was a bit unfortunate for
Octa over.
RRQ. I think they really wanted the bottom turret. They sent Skylar there. But then a fight broke out, or rather was forced by Aura, credit to them, in the middle side of the map. They fought there without the guy who holds the bulk of their gold in the picture. And that's why they weren't really getting the same kind of the same kind of advantage. So they should not repeat that mistake, and I think they themselves understand that. Now it's back to the waiting game, and Aura has the scouting tools to ensure that they can leave the base occasionally to try and shrink that gold gap, man, because it's not insane, but it's definitely significant.
This feels like it's just prolonging the inevitable, though, in a way. Unless they find something that Beloyski would think of, something really creative when they got there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very
Full trust.
concerned, yeah. Doesn't sound like full trust, Eterna.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll have to see. I
Can he
think
do it or not, Eterna?
We'll see. I mean, he is on an Arlet. He should be able to make that play. Seems tough, though, if I have to be realistic.
I think it's almost like a reverse. Now, Aura are the ones who want to try and catch Skylar, punish Irad for rolling down in a drive-by, but they can't do it because Yahweh is on an Arlet, and all he does is set up for that big fight, and his engage is an ultimate, so he has to be very conservative with it, because otherwise everyone else is just going to run through and they have nothing to deter.
Skylar has purified, but here it is.
That might be it. The final splash down. Vengeance already trying to find memory. 1 HP. Aran burns him down. Skylar with the blaze into it into the back line. With a nature though already used up by Kabuki. Still going to be melted down. 1 HP. Skylar is insane. Last Insanity again, this time from Octa and Aran. Skylar in the back still. It's a 1-4-1 trade. Gugun's very low. Skylar gets brought back. The final splash. But it's still not going to be enough. Now it's Brusco and Irad. 1 HP on the Baksha. Skylar gets the hard guard again. And Skylar goes for the base. A reverse sweep for the kingdom to slay the dragons.